Hey everyone, Hussein here, and today we have another episode where we go way deeper into the game. If I don't get distracted, of course, with all those things that I was doing. But the last episode we have covered quite a lot. Introduction of Oxford, the Union, and as well as some brief explanation about the type of training skills they are, like 20 of those at least. And maybe if it gets right, we can actually start production as well. Actually, I may as well show production, although I do not usually recommend with this few amount of figure, but might as well show some example. And that's production is sometimes also a key to make profit. And we have explored the whole northern Europe nearly, except for Bergen, but you can see entire maps are filled here. So you get, by discovering more ports, they will be automatically filled in the map and as well registered under your surveying skill. So all you're gonna do is we're gonna try to do our Oxford thesis, followed by also doing 2 maps that we received. But before I'm not sure which way I'm gonna start, so as I record this, we're gonna see how far we get today. Got my instrument here, and we have to report also our memorial album for this one by visiting the Mercator. So let's head to... Wait. Always never forget to get some figure. I think, yeah, we are good with figure food. That should do the trick. Oh, there's something also good to know, like the barkeep sometimes give you information if someone drops somewhere in the town. So if in case someone discards something valuable, like for instance I dropped something valuable here, like the player named Benzo Min, for instance, has dropped Rapid Fire 18, which are pretty valuable cannons for grinding maritime especially, so let's actually see if we can get that cannon somehow. As I mentioned, with search skill you can figure out where it is, or where it is dropped. So we're gonna see actually if the person dropped it near the port or near the bank. Okay, nowhere near here. How about... Ah, you see the message. You looks like you've something valuable can be found nearby. So it means that we are very close. Okay, the location is pretty specific. There we go. We found a cannon rapid fire that's being dropped by Benzoin, and which is a very valuable ship part. And as you can see, it's almost broken. But this is also something to keep in mind, that you can actually make also money out of that. So always keep a watch on. I don't know how much it sells in the shipyard, but we're gonna figure that out by going to Amsterdam. A man named Mercator is looking for an experienced sailor. Find Mercator in Amsterdam. Oh. So we have Mercator being interested in us. And Mercator is basically the cartographer in Amsterdam in the estate that we have seen in the second episode that I have been recording. And the Mercator is an important NPC, especially when it comes to charting, that he will talk to you about it. I'm not sure if he's gonna talk about charting right now, because it could be, because way back you had the procurement of the entire world almost. So, but that was a very long time ago, and I was away for years in UWO, so it might have changed that the requirements are relaxed. So we will know it once we visit Mercator, because we have also a memorial album we can report to him. Now let's talk to this guy, and we're gonna sell this. Well, it isn't much actually, but still, money is money, you know. So whenever someone drops in the town, if the barkeep mentions about it, make sure to get that opportunity. Although it can be a challenge to find the items. I'm not sure if the range is larger, the greater the range search range is for capitals. So, sir, what do you want me to talk about? Is it about charting by chance? Oh! Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, actually, I was expecting this only to occur right after East Asia permit was done, because usually the requirements were much stricter. Or I have amnesia, but to think this it becomes available that soon. So what we are here seeing is the Mercator is trying to talk us about the background for charting, and now that he is looking for someone to chart the world. I kind of feel like the requirements are relaxed, but let's keep listening. We certainly will, sir. So we have an option to do the investigation. You have at least 3 types of investigation. You have a C1 that is done from the Mercator, then charting by the professor, but I don't know exactly what the requirements are. I will leave a note for that. And you have also one for astronomy. It's unlikely for the new play series that I will cover the astronomy part. Maybe for the land part I could do. However, I am not sure about that, so we will see later as we progress through the game. So one thing you definitely need to do charting is to have recognition skill, which is the reason that we actually got it for that case. Not only for flotsam search, but this skill is very important to do also. Research for the sea. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. We have completed one of the memorial albums, so what you can do is you can report it and the reward will be shown what it is. And you basically press this. And you pleased the NPC for showing your album and you got rewarded. And it's an expert fisherman game. And this one is also a very good one for those who wants to fish, because it gives +1 fishing booster, which can be helpful for a long run actually. So I highly recommend whenever you complete the first memory album with this, get this as soon as possible. Now it's I think there is a new tab showing up under Journal, and you see Map and Star Atlas. And he gave us an assignment to chart the North Sea, which we are gonna do. I might as well go in adventure mode. I feel like production has to wait a bit. Oh yes. If you want to know where to get more port permits, we have accumulated quite some fame already at almost 2,500. Many port permits outside Europe is obtained by the guard, but it has a specific total fame requirement, and here's the source that I will show to you. As you can see, it is a bit confusing, and the total fame requirements for each region differs per nation, and you see also some outside European myths that has higher fame requirements from one nation to another, especially the 3 nations that I've mentioned for the storyline. They have to do that in order to get their fame relaxed, and that is why I said that the Netherlands, French and Venice don't have to do those. However, I have heard from my friend that the fame requirements may be relaxed, so that's why I'm here to see if that is true. So let's talk to him. No. Okay, so we don't receive any further permits. I'm gonna see if we can talk to Barneveld, because we have sociability, but I don't think so. I don't think rank 1 is sufficient. Aha! Like, we have not even the highest code rank, we have only formality 40, but formality 40 is usually not enough to talk to him, so sociability does actually curb the requirements for formality to talk to people at a high position. So that's also one good skill to have whenever you want to interact with NPCs, and if you don't wish to bother to dress modest to modest or something. I'm not sure how to say that. Anyways, we have 2 maps, one leading to Lisbon, one leading to Calvi. We're gonna read archives actually in London as well. And as always, whenever you go to another port, make sure to always bring trade goods. Who knows, you have a profit following you. Ooh. Nice, negotiation succeeded. We're gonna put some money away. But yeah, now we can actually probably increase our insurance. And I can go as far as grade 5. That is an amount that I think is fitting for what I have. You can go for higher, but keep in mind that you have to... keep in mind that you have to pay more insurance as you do that. So I would say sticking around 5 is good for the value that I am carrying right now. Because at the highest grade you have to pay like 520 ducats per day, which is pretty pricey. Now we need some supply. Do we have any skill slots? No. We might as well fish and do the charting. So before we go on, let's start the charting first. It tells you which coordinates you have to use recognition. You don't have to be exact in this coordinate. If you are within the 50 coordinates between those two. Oh, fishing rang out. Sorry, distracted. If you are within the 50 area of the coordinates given in a survey, you can use recognition to get progress. We have to go a little bit further north. And here you can see the investigation detail of the required action. Required action is basically given in red. These must be done in order to have the completion rate cap go up. And as you can see, the sailors tells you that the map started. You can check here also you made progress. Now we check again. And now you see more options. These ones are optional to progress. And as you can see, fish and collect. Another reason why fishing is important, or having collection skill. You can progress with charting also this way, and the completion rate cap went up to 60%. But the next coordinate we have to go to this location, and I believe it's on the right side. That is why these coordinates value are important to know, and charting is one of the key that you need this in order to able to chart the sea properly. 194. We need only a little bit to the east to sail. Oh! Now that's fast. You can see the map in North Sea seems to be completed. You can check on the chart and the journal, which we are gonna do. When your investigation is complete, you're gonna click here on it, and you'll get some adventure XP and adventure fame for it. And because you have charted this the North Sea, we can check on the chart. Now, since charting is introduced to us much early on, we are able to check on the chart, and then you can check on the world map and map creation progress. That shows all the charting progress, and can see the areas that are shown that can be charted. Oh wait, Greenland is here too. I am not sure if the requirement for Greenland is relaxed, but I'm shocked to see that that a new player can have this. I don't know if it is accessible. I know it wasn't because you need a considerable amount of charting progress. But if it is true that you can enter Greenland, then I'm actually worried about it because my piece of advice is do not go there at your. The NPCs there are much more dangerous than in many areas outside Europe. So a warning sign for me to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Now, with first charting being finished, we go to the company district, because that's the nearest to reach Mercator. Yeah, Mercator is very has a very great enthusiasm when it comes to charting, so you gotta love his personality. So for those who like to see his sense of humor, he seems a serious person, but he can be sometimes funny. So there's nothing much ongoing with charting, but you can see the rewards you can get for charting certain areas. And some of these rewards are nothing to sneeze at, so be sure to check out whenever you progress with charting, because some of these items can be helpful. So we actually took a quite distance from Amsterdam, so I'm gonna see if the trade goods have reset it, because we have the plated the fabrics for ourselves, and usually it only you can only reset with port hopping. But let's have a look. Ah, it's back again. Yeah, that is what I actually need. So we might as well go to London with this. Whoa. Whip. Not on my favorite this time. Anyways, with that, we go to London and sell our goodies. As you can see, I have almost no money left, so we have to make sure to get to London as soon as we can, otherwise we get broke and the sailors are not going to be happy if they don't get their salary paid. They're going to be like, "Captain, how could you? We have worked so hard for you until your graduation, this is what we get in return?" Well, yeah. One thing about trading, don't be too greedy by buying every single trade good to the point that you get broke almost. So what I'm doing right now, do not follow my example by having almost no ducats in your pockets. Always make sure to have a few thousands with you. Here we are at London. Let's have a look at the selling prices. It's not that good actually. Not that great. Sorry for the interruption. My phone went on and I wasn't sure what it was about it, so I have to make sure to edit something about it in the video. Nothing changed, unfortunately not the best profit you could make. So the best way to grind one of the best way to grind these discovery skills is, aside from doing Crest, Geo, Archaeology, Theology, Biology, Art, Research, and then you have also Astronomy, is by also reading archives. If you have headache medication, you can actually AFK and grind by browsing it. But you have to also make sure you have also enough money with you. Like, usually I don't recommend it to start, but if you have later you can do it like that. And you get also a lot of maps out of it, so be sure to always get those maps, because every single discovery can give some XP, and you, by reporting it to a specific NPC, which we'll talk about later, you can get a lot of fame, and it also gives court rank, which is also another topic we may discuss in this episode. Now we have headache and we didn't gain any map or whatsoever. Let's see if you can, when you're doing adventure, always check if you can do any quests to bring more with you. And we have one here by chance. This one is asking us, you see the recognition, the geographic requirements, we meet that, and here you have here also French. And the quest tells us to go to Bodak's Tavern. I see also some chrono quests here, but we currently have no skill doing that. Chrono quest is something I will bring up as well later on. Oh yes. When you go to research info, you can check research result, and you can see the amount of credits you have, the amount of submission you did to the total, event progress. Every time you report a thesis, the event progresses. This is a progress bar that shows whenever you go to the professor. When this is 100%, the Oxford event storyline with the professor and Justin, which is the girl we have seen in Oxford, will progress. When it's happened, be sure to visit Oxford to progress with the event, because some of the topics that you want to do, some of these topics in the research building require some progression on this event, so make sure not to miss that out. And then we go to skills, and then we go to college skill that has been is now not longer grayed out. You see here the ship speed up 1, increase ship speed. In order to equip it, you can see the special skill being shown here, and set skill on the right. Set skill on the right is basically the Oxford skill becomes active, so you pass over to the right, and you see the required credits, 250. Press OK. And now, by checking skill again on the college, you see as given active. Ship speed up 1 gives increases your ship speed up by 2%. I may go more into details with that, but having these Oxford skill I do recommend, as it can be helpful to save some time. And if you want to remove the active skill, simply put it back to the left, but I wouldn't do that right now, because if you do, once you remove this back here, it becomes inactive. And in order to activate it again, you have to put it on the right, but then you have to pay credits again. So Make sure to spend your credits wisely. Now let's get some supplies and that. We can get a little bit of water, because food we can actually get it by fishing, basically. So we want to chart again, and the next one we do is, if you want to chart another sea, simply go to chart, world map creation, and we want to chart Southern Britain Island. Or wait. Oh wait, it's for here. My apologies. We select the sea here, and we want to say Southern Britain Island. It's shown here. Research. And now we have our next map assigned to do the research, and you see the coordinates and the amount of progress we receive. We have to go way to the west of the Southern Britain Island, because the coordinate is going to the west. The first numbers here on the left here represents for the horizontal coordinate. If you go from left to the right, the number raises until it reaches about 16,000 something, and then it resets from North Sea to 0 again, and onwards on the right increases. This one shows the direction from up to down, so from north to south. The further north we go, the lower this number gets. I will go more into details when we get into the navigation. Now we make quite some progress. We need to fish 3 more times and then this one is completed. There we go. Where next? Now we are fortunate we can actually spend a little bit of time in the sea. So the charting will be completed by then, so we can use this opportunity to discover some ports. We're gonna take this recipe book. This is for production very important, and I will explain about this later. And another chart completed. We just viewed from here. And you can see we receive slightly more adventure XP and fame. A note on that, as you progress more in charting here, and you check the map, more charts is completed. As you progress, the adventure XP and fame gradually increases. So that's why this is one of the great ideal way to grind. If you as a new player happen to have boosters or you have XP boosters, always make use of those. I'm not doing it myself because I want to I do not wish to use any boosters, so at least avoid as much as possible. Just challenging myself. Oh, I forgot how quite expensive that hat is. I hope it's colorful at least. Now we're gonna chart the Bay of Biscay. I'm gonna speed up probably while doing this charting, otherwise it'll take a lot of time away from the video. Okay, a bit too far was that? I think we were a bit off the chart. Ah, not anymore. Now as you can see we have way more options. You can also use trading to progress with charting for seas, which can be very helpful. Oh, nice, sail handling rank up. Meaning you go every slightly faster. Yeah, as you can see, the speed up has gone up with your sail handling and as well the Oxford skill. And that is Nantes discovery for us. Another folklore in our collection. Oh yeah, you have also, aside from sculptor, also the painter. Yeah, you can get a variety of quests that you can get. So feel free to pick which one you like for it. Just for fun. Let's go for this one. These parts I wouldn't be concerned for now. But we will come back here into later again, as I stated. So the quest is equipped with this ship part, and you can equip it and then the quest is shown on your ship. There we go. And we have a Bordox as well. Okay, not much luck in this port. Oh wait, we have, I forgot almost. We have a quest here. Now it tells us to ask someone at the Bordox Tavern, which we're gonna do. The border, it's out here. Now we got all the clues for the quest. We're gonna check again. And south of Bordox. Now let's use this perception. And the discovery is quite close to us. We are close enough to do the recognition skill. Another attempt. And our geography is ranked 2, ladies and gentlemen. The quest is completed, and you can find the discovery back here. These discovery can be very informative. Like, you see more types of discovery showing up on the list, and it will be way more of them as we progress. And our thesis is done as well, meaning we can report this to later. Okay, nothing good to get here. Let's see. Let's check our completed chart. And our advantage XP slightly increased further. Now we go for Northeast Atlantic Ocean. Now you have to spend 6 more days into the sea before the chart is completed, so yeah, that's sometimes the annoying part about charting sometimes, so expect some obstacles that you have to go through in order to complete it. So we're gonna park here and wait till the time passes. Oh yeah, this disaster is malnourishment. You can check on ship info that we have that. Malnutrition is basically they have lack of they are in hunger, and you can recover by simply giving them figure food. If it is not recovered soon, they will get scurvy, so keep that in mind. Now let's wait for further time to pass on. Alright, the time should pass on by now. A little more. Well, actually 1 more minute, but let's discover this port first. And let's go on. We're gonna slowly approach to Sagus and let's see if we can grab the Adventure Intermediate graduation. And the next chart is completed. And we got adventure level 11. Nice. As you can see by checking the world map chart, it's getting it expands further. The next one you want is Lisbon Open Sea. And we have the coordinates available. I think we have maybe a skill slot, but probably not. No. We have also a map that leads to a discovery, so hopefully we can do that as well. This port is an industrial revolution. It's the same way like Manchester. It is one of the Portuguese territory for Okay, there's not much special going. Let's go for the next one. That is Porto for us. Now let's see where this map discovery is. You don't need to use observe skill to get the map discovery. You can basically use the item and see if you're nearby. And as you can see, we are. Nice, recognition went to rank 2. Oh, this charting is gonna be really fast. Yeah, definitely. And we are running out of figure for almost. Okay, one more day to wait, so let's anchor. We got it. Our adventure XP starts to skyrocket at this point. Now let's recharge our figure. Oh yeah, I have to report. It is a good time to show how to report such a quest. We're gonna do this in Lisbon. In the meantime, let's assign the next charting. Now let's check the item shop, because when I start reporting to Lisbon, it's not to the mediator, because the quest we originally have taken from London. Gonna take 2 of these. Now, let me show you a shortcut for reporting quests, which is for many adventurers important, but as well for traders or maritimers if they are doing quests as well. Normally you can only report quests back from the mediator from the designated port that you have taken from it. However, you have also barmaids in taverns. Barmaids are around in taverns where you have where quests are often offered, so every capital has at least a barmaid. But there are some ports outside capital that has barmaid as well, and usually you find them where quests are offered. So always keep an eye on it if you want to report your quest somewhere instead to go all the way back. Now you can see her talking to you, and you can get a drink with her together. Oh! Well, that was nice. I thought I was supposed to build a friendship with them. But we're gonna still do that. So basically you can have a drink together with the barmaid to increase your friendship level. The higher the friendship level, the greater the more likely it is that he or she will talk more nicely with you, and they are more willing to report quests for you. So which we did. However, the higher the quest difficulty, the more friendship demand is required. You can raise it by 2 ways, by drinking together or by gifting them an equipment, and I would say I'm gonna give this. And you can see friendship level with Christina increased. We give her another one, and we give her this one as well. So this way my friendship level with Christina should be high enough to report some higher difficulty quest. And you can actually raise friendship level with barmaids even further by having the skill so-called persuasion. You have 2 of these miscellaneous skills for adventure. You have wine dining. It's basically a skill that allows you to treat sailors with alcohol goods that you have, so they get some fatigue recovered, but it can cause disorder, so be careful not to use that if you're doing well. Persuasion increases the friendship level with the barmaid. Additionally, you can actually also report discoveries to the barmaid herself or themselves. So, but keep in mind, if you report quests to the barmaids, you cannot report it anymore to influential NPCs. And for influential NPCs, I will talk about reporting quests as well, because we have many port discoveries. But oh wait, yeah, we have many port settlement discoveries, but we will come back later for that. Now. I'm gonna show one more thing. It's just a guild shop. and we gonna change our union to natural science, and this gives cultural contribution. Since we do geographic, making those discovery allows us to get some cultural contribution value, which I will talk more about it later on. What we want is, I'm gonna forget the lookout skill because we are not using this much anymore. And we go to guild shop. And as you can see, we don't have any cultural contribution to purchase something here. However, you can press select to change the currency to industrial points, but you can also change the Roman coins. Roman coins are spent for this one example. And I get 2 extra quest mediation permits. Exchange. Oh yeah, this is also good to know. And now we have at least 3 quest mediation permits, so we can refresh the quest 3 times. Now I'm gonna try to learn Spanish, because Spanish is a language that is quite widely used, especially in Caribbean and somewhere in Latin America, so it's quite handy to have Spanish with you, unless you have an aide that has Spanish. Aides we're gonna get back into later as well. Yes sir, I want to learn Spanish. We are quite overdue with time, so let's hope we can get the graduation quest. Now let's see if we can get the graduation quest. Aha, intermediate exam, and perfect timing. So the first thing we do is talk to the Sociability guild master. And since we have Spanish, we don't have to worry about language barriers. Here we are, and let's go to the guild master. So we have to be at Malaga. This one is sure going to be a quick one. Talk about timing. Like you can see here, you have to do a quest. You have to finish quest in the same sea region, and we happen to have an examination quest that probably leads us here. Aha, the barkeep. Usually when it comes to geographic quests, they usually involve port officials. So let's check the clue again. West coast of Malaga. Let's go. Now this is an 2 for the price of 1. And you can see our cultural contribution has increased by 5 due to the union effect. And cultural contribution value can be found back under here, aside from checking the adventure guild. This will accumulate as you do more union related stuff about it, but there is one more factor. There are 2 more factors that can increase this contribution, but this is related to the Paris Museum, which we will come back later about it. But we have now an extra icon here that represents our cultural contribution. And we finish the chart, and we gain some XP. Our next one will be somewhere in the northern region, but we're gonna get back to London soon. I might as well assign this. And let's agree to the report to our thesis to the scholar. And we have a new Oxford skill. You can check it here again. And you can always switch between these two, but I wouldn't do that. Now I'm gonna do a quick archive read. We received a treasure map. Your treasure maps tend to have only an appreciating skill requirement instead of a discovery skill. So your recognition rank 1 is only required for this. We're almost out of figure food. Now someone would like to greet me here. I feel like people are recognizing me already, who I am in this character, but that happens if you release some episode videos. Now let's see where this map is leading us. Oh, a bit far north of Lisbon. Okay, let's see if we get the treasure out of the map. Nice, also new memorial album. Now we have something that recovers the disaster. Man, sailors are frustrated that you can treat them in that way. Let's get a better ship after graduating for reporting our graduation quest for intermediate adventure. Sweet, adventure level 12. And now it's an adventure fame game, that's a lot. Our highest fame is adventure again. And we have another graduation box, we can open it. Yes, we want to open. It's kind of interesting that the instructor staffs are given a name. Like you can see these, the name of these staffs are a reference of the intermediate Voyage Academy instructors. That is where the reference is coming from for those who want and who don't know. And we have also a memento ship. And this is the cruise sloop. As you can see, it has slightly higher sailor and higher gun, so and better turn speed as well. So yeah, we can sail soon in a better ship. But that is it for near the end of the episode. Now before I'm gonna end this episode, let me tell you about the benefits of charting. I was actually about to mention it earlier, but I realized when I was mentioning about start charting, I wasn't very clear about the benefits. So the benefit of charting is basically charted seas results that your sailors are more aware of the environment when you sail together with your sailors around those seas, and they can do all sorts of activities like doing some maintenance on your ship. Sometimes someone cooks in your ship to recover the fatigues. Your figure can be recovered, and sometimes the sailors will gift you more frequently in charted seas. And your ship speed increases, the base ship speed increases by up to 10%. I will put a note in case it's not that accurate, but it definitely helps out with your base ship speed. So I highly recommend a charted sea, so you have in the long term a lot of benefits from sailing. Now, one of the most important benefits about charting is areas that are charted are given in blue name, a blue name, and a green name is the one that you're currently doing, and the white ones are the ones that you haven't done yet, that you have to research. But the ones that you have researched already, let's say we pick North Sea, the benefit is you are able to set to check the port details, and all the facility informations are given here. What each port has, basic info, and you can see the port development and your investment given, and you can tell, for instance, I want to see what does item shop have in Amsterdam. Now we have looked this back already, so that's what they have. And for instance, if you want to check for trade code, especially as a trader, charting is important for that reason as well. I have already shared about the sources that you can look up to in case you don't know, but this is also another way to see what trade codes where it can be obtained in case you do delivery request for merchant. So charting is very beneficial for that as a matter as well. And another benefit is you can see the condition of the sea and the wind direction that it usually goes, and you can see where the current wind direction is. We're gonna come back for the wind direction later on, which I will explain more about, and more about the ship speed in general, especially the speed up percentage that shows up on your ship. So yeah, that's basically the whole benefit you can get, and there is probably more that I may have forgot to mention, which I may mention in the next episode. But ladies and gentlemen, it was a very long tour for this one. I will see you all in the next episode where we're going to chart the rest of Europe. So stay tuned. And cheers.